Hi folks, welcome to my 8-Bit Retro Journal. Today I'm working with my TRS-80 Model 3 to celebrate the month of September for Septandy, specifically Septandy 2022. As you can see, I've got this thing running and I'm actually playing a game of chess on there now, so I actually got programs loaded, and I've done that through the cassette port, which I'll show you in a second. But before I did that, I actually did a little bit of hardware maintenance. I opened it up again. I didn't want to take it completely apart, but I want to take the RIFA caps. I wanted to take them out because I've read that they're not 100% necessary. They filter the AC current, noise on the AC line on the AC line, so that there's no noise that this thing puts on. It does also do a little bit of filtering and protection on this from the surges, which got me to thinking that, maybe a surge protector could help. But anyway, you can see that they're right here. They look, basically, they're made out of glass almost. And you can see a brief video clip where I took them out. Came out. The other leg broke off. So yeah, I just basically snipped them with these, and that way I didn't have to take the computer apart again, because the more you take this apart, the more likely your chance of breaking it. So let me put these off to the side. Because power surge protectors actually kind of do the same thing, I decided, well, maybe I can just use a surge protector and plug it into that. So I have this small one, and I took it apart, and unfortunately, there is no circuitry in here. It literally does nothing other than just get you access to the ground, the neutral, and the live wire. Then I took the other one apart. That's the one that usually sits on my desk, and that one actually says it's a surge protector, so I knew that it would be able to do it. And you can see here that indeed it's got 3 capacitors. I think I'm not sure if they're ceramic or not. Usually ceramics are that brown color, but there's one on the ground wire, and then there's 2 on the live, between the live and the neutral. So they're doing surge protection and perhaps a little bit of filtering as well. So I was like, well, as long as I plug it into this, then I should be fine. And then I found the following, which I'd forgotten that I had, and that is this. Let me zoom in on this. As you can see, actually, it has a ceramic cap. In fact, it has one on each side between live and neutral, and then it has one, I think, between neutral and ground. And I have 2 of these, and in fact, one of them I have the TRS-80 Model 3 plugged into, because it just basically plugs right into a 3-prong plug and kind of extends it. So my hope is that this will actually take the place of the RIFA caps. Let me know in the comments if that's actually not true. I'll be very interested to know whether or not there's still some danger with regard to not having RIFAs on these. So yeah, I ended up creating. I didn't have a type of DIN connector that this uses for its cassette port, so I actually went and kind of did a sort of a hack job on it. Let me show you. You can see that it's basically two thin nails that I bent so that they wouldn't touch. Soldered the wire on, and that wire clips into the end parts. Yeah, the end parts here, which give you, I use that for my ZX81, and that seems to work. I had to find the right level and the right software. So again, this is a chess program, and so what I want to do for the rest of this video is just show you some games that I can do. I found some great sites. So let me first go on the computer, on my iMac, to show you what I found. So here, this is a great site that I found. This basically has instructions as well as all sorts of games, like Star Trek's on here and a bunch of the other ones that I've already downloaded. And it's got 4 categories, but some machine code programs and a bunch of basic programs. And then there's this site right here that kind of talks about how to do the loads, because I'm a little novice on the TRS-80 stuff. So how you do this is for the Model 1, but it works for the Model 3 too. So how you do a C load and what to expect. The fact that there should be the blinking asterisk at the top corner, and then to do if you have machine code program, you use system, you type the first letter of the program, and again you should get a blinking asterisk at the top. And then when you run it, you actually do the /, which I didn't realize. So a few times that I successfully loaded it, but I didn't realize it. So yeah, and then this playcast software is a program that will take these cassette files, show you what's on them, like in terms of the ASCII, but it'll convert it into a WAV file as well. So that's what I'll do as well. This is just a link that talks about when I was looking at the power strips. You have X and Y capacitor. My guess is on this on that see-through plug, it's doing a Y, because I can't imagine there's no fuse on that. So I was just imagining it opens. It shorts open. Well, it opens, but well, there's one that's a safety Y, so maybe it's doing this. I don't know. Anyone knows what that Curtis one is doing? The translucent one? I'd be very interested in hearing that. In any case, so you have this playcast software. You can open one of these. I already did ZChess, and then you can save the file. It'll tell you if it's okay and what to expect here. It's for a TRS model 1, 3, and 4. The name of the program, and then the machine code dump. You can actually save that out as a text file or as a WAV file. And I've saved these out as a WAV file. So let me try to load a different one. So if I go back to the TRS-80, so what I need to do here is I can, break doesn't work, but if I hit the reboot key while the break key is, again, if you don't have a disk, again, a floppy, and I do have a 5 1/4 inch, sort of the combo one, but I read that it needs to be a 360K specifically, and I only have that's the 720 and high dense disk drive. My question is, can you actually load a formatting program through the cassette interface and then build a DOS disk? That's one thing that I'm wondering if you can do or not. So if you know, is there a way to build a set of disks and format them through only the cassette interface, or is it a chicken egg problem that you actually need a DOS disk in order to create a DOS disk? And if you don't have Adrian from 80's Digital Basement did have a technique to do it, but you have to have the right hardware, which I don't have, unfortunately. So I might have to go find a TRS-80 enthusiast and ask them if I can send them a 5 1/4 inch floppy for them to make me just one copy, and then I can build stuff up, I hope. In any case, right now you pick low, high speed, low speed. Memory, you can just say nothing. And then if I want to load something, I would just type system for machine code. And then you type, I want to load Meteor. So for Meteor, you just type M, hit return, and then going back to my iMac. So here, then I would just open this up, and now it's loading, and I'm going to go back to my TRS-80. And you can see right there, it's starting to flash. I hope you can see it. And it's starting to flash, which means that it's loading. And so I'm going to fast forward over this. It loaded. So now use the / and that will run the program. Instructions, please press clear to start game. Copyright 1980, 81. Yeah, is it 81? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to press clear. Number of players 1. And here we go. Asteroids. I don't know what you do. I should have probably guessed. Is it fire? Well, not really sure what's going on here. Is there a way to use the arrow keys? Yeah, so you do that. No. So that seems to control the ship, but yeah, just don't know how to play it. Then how do you fire it? Oh, there we go. Probably have learned how to play this game. Oh, I got destroyed. Oh, I guess you're saving individuals. Let me see if there's actually some of these had instructions on there. Meteor did not come with that. Player 1, congratulations. Your score is 10. Please enter your name. Do they give you any instructions? Nope. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Graphics. Meteor Mission 2. Enter for instructions. There we go. Descending. Press R to begin descend towards planet. Move. Oh, okay. R to fire retro rockets. Ascending. Destroys objects. Okay. Well, let's try a different one. So I did chess already. And I'm going to give... there is supposed to be a Pac-Man-like game. So let me reset the computer. And let's load. It's called, what's it called? Scarfman. All right, so it's an S. So you have to always give at least the first letter. There's no wildcarding or just blank that you can do on this like you can on the ZX81. All right, it's loaded. Let's see what it looks like. Scarfman, yeah. 1981 Cornsoft Group, the Cornsoft, written by, okay. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool. They didn't actually, wow, that's running actually really fast. So how do you, does it not give you, oh, I guess you just start. Wow. Oh, wow. So you use the arrow keys, okay. Wow, this will do better with, I mean, oh, yeah, how do you know you're still in the, So, no real, then what? Game over. Okay, and do we get a new game? Written by, yeah, how do you get, I guess there's no help. You just start. Okay, yeah, you go, wait till they come to you, and then you go. Okay, now you don't have them anymore. Oh. Wow, this is fast. I mean, it's flickering the screen like crazy, but and what's hard to figure out is whether you actually are. Oh, you still are. Oh, is that? Yeah. Yeah. It'll be more fun with a joystick, but to be honest, it's hard to know when you're actually in the ghost mode and when you're not. So interesting, pretty cool, pretty fast. So let's just move on to the next game. I do like how quickly you can reboot, and I'm going to try Invaders. That's supposed to be just the Invader game, right? So let's give that a try. I couldn't actually get the Invader program to work. I don't understand why, but I tried different levels, but it would just either stop seeing the signal or give you a C. If you get a C up here, that's an error. And what I don't understand is it's not actual audio tape stuff. It's a converted from a CAS file by playCAS to a WAV file. And so unless the program itself has a bug in it that this model can't handle, but it says it's for a model 1 and 3. So yeah, I don't know. I can't seem to figure it out. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to reboot, and this time I believe this is a C load one, and it loaded. And it only actually took about half a minute, so not very long program. So this one we just type run, and it will actually I'm not sure where it does the graphics program. So playing with basic graphics, I guess. Video Genie system. Yeah, I don't know what it's supposed to do. Here we go. I mean, again, this is late 70s, early 80s, so I would assume that the graphics I got were impressive back then. I mean, these aren't any different from the ZX81 graphics, and here they do. I don't know if this is a. It seems like this is probably not the right. Perhaps this seems to be buggy, so I don't think that's what is supposed to be happening here. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all this program does. So the final one I want to show is Star Trek. So I'm just going to break this, do a new, and do a C load. Again, this is another basic program, Star Trek. This is the thing that the program that really got me started in computing, because I used to go to Radio Shack and play this on the actual. It was a Model 1, but this came from the same Radio Shack around the same time. Again, I picked it up decades later, but it could have been sitting on the shelf while I was playing with a Model 1. So this will be my opportunity to finally get to play Star Trek on the Radio Shack computer, one of the Radio Shack computers that was there. So again, I'm going to fast forward over this, so I'll skip over this part because it's about maybe two and a half minutes. Here we go. Finished loading, and here we go. This is Star Trek, and enter my name, and here we go. Star Trek computer game. Starring me. All right, can we just speed this up? Doesn't seem to allow you to. No, I don't want instructions for this because I have played this. Commands, I think short range sensors. There's a Klingon, so we could go phasers. Locked. Energy available. Let's do 25, and Klingon at 2 feet hit, Enterprise hit, Klingon at sector 25. So what I want to do is maybe I forget what the so I can right, so course, so boom, I want to go course 270. I want to go 0.2, I think. And then short range. Oh no, still not quite there. So I want to go course 270. Should have gone 0.3. I think that's going to get me where I want. And yeah, you do get penalized for. Oh, still not. Wow. Course. 20%. There we go. Finally. Now we want to fire phasers. Actually, what I do is fire torpedo and 0. That should actually take care of them. Boom, look at that. Yeah. Cool display of graphics. Klingon destroy. Command, I want galaxy map. Yep, I remember playing this. So nothing is seeable yet because I haven't seen anything long range sensors. This means that number of stars, number of Klingons, and I would imagine the middle is number of star bases. And so if I go course 45 and I want to go 1, that should take me into the next star sector with no Klingons. Space Storm. Oh yeah, I remember that. So anyway, I'll just keep playing. This is one of my favorite games. A little big though for my taste. I like the QLs a little bit more portable, but so happy September. Go and watch some of the other videos that are out there, and I'll see you next time.